When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Ducks will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Right. Single. Snare. Here we go. Ready.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Pressure coming. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. For just a second, let's take a big picture view of SMU. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Punt is on its way. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. They'll toss it to the left. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Moore will throw. Makes the catch. It's Hughes. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. You would have really hoped that you would have gotten that extra yard on 3rd down, but now on 4th, and maybe you still have to go for it.
And it's interesting. 3rd and 1, you throw the football. The more physical team usually wins. Do you feel confident enough to run the football early in the game in your own territory? Can you go get 1 yard with the running game? I'm always the guy that's going to...
He'll take the deep shot. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. Last season, Kevin Jennings took over as the SMU quarterback, and they went 11-1 before stumbling in the ACC championship game and in the college football playoff. What does he need to focus on in terms of improvement?
Just avoiding the turnovers, Reese. If Kevin Jennings does that, then this offense is virtually unstoppable. Because of his ability to extend plays and create, his accuracy throwing vertically down the field, SMU has everything they need. Rhett Lashley is going to have a lot of fun calling plays. If this guy takes that next step, watch out. This is a team vying for the college football playoff.
Catch in the middle, it's Harden. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep...
He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, SMU. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Fair catch, called for and made. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Using his legs, it's Hughes. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Ducks are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
3rd down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
Moore to the air. Pocket breaking down. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Got room on the return. Pass to 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown Mustangs. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll call for the fair catch here. this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a seam wide open. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Ducks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Right back to the well. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires left. He makes a catch. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Moore will throw. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. No way the official's going to miss that one.
Okay, ready?
That's the end of the first quarter. SMU 14, Oregon 0.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. He tries to take the top off. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
That's caught. It's Hudson. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. The hand to the running back. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, SMU.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, the inside give. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Moore to the air. That's caught. It's low. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Going right to work up top. Here comes the heat. Wide open downfield. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Quickly complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage. For the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch, that time the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
It'll be 3rd and long. Hand off from the shotgun. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Sends it back in motion. Trying to seal the edge on the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Bringing it back. Goes out of bounds at the 13, and man, is this offense set up now.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Here's the handoff. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Brings up second down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Oregon. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, Dave, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ohio State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message they'll have to carry into halftime.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
To the air. It's Jennings. Finds his man. It's Renson. Wide open spaces. And the tackle was made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Touchdown, Mustangs! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Get off a play before we head to halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
The sure hands. It's Stewart. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Mustangs will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Moore to the air. Has to throw this off his back foot. And he's got it inside the 35. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Keep spinning the bean like that, and you start to believe this kid might have the talent to someday be the third 10,000-yard passer in Oregon history.
No doubt. And you know what Ducks fans love? They love points. They love offense. They love playing fast. That's what they are. That's who they are. That's who.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And man, that is a huge play from the defense because they had to stop the bleeding. On the very last play, they gave up an explosive one, and all of a sudden it feels like the defense is on their heels. But what a great job in an individual effort, winning up front, getting around the block, and getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Looking down the middle. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
Moore will throw. Tosses it incomplete.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Tries to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on 3rd. Got the quick pass. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He wants to throw it again. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. Slips through the line. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
What a great stick by the defender. But how about this? Quarterbacks like a smooth pocket where they can step up, set their feet. That defense did not give him that. Hit him while he's throwing the football. Made it easy for the defender to run underneath it and create an interception.
Motion from the wide receiver. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
Let's get it, huh? Right. Red 54.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unleashes one. He's got an open man. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Jennings. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Touchdown, SMU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have gotten down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to...
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
The give to the tailback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Harden. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcats.
3rd down coming up.
Ready? Right. Double.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, SMU 35, Oregon 7.
So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. Still on his feet. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
there are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They're still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Finds us back in the middle. Touchdown Mustangs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, it's tough to start a year. You got to go into a hostile environment, play a good team. They weren't able to get that win, but they've looked entirely different in this one. Playing at home, they've been feeding off of the energy of their crowd. They've executed better, and they're going to feel real good after this one.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fair catch called for and made. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Moore to the air. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Oh, he had his man for a big gainer, and he just flat missed it.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time it's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Ducks! Once he got some room, it was over. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but You've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Second down coming up. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The give to the back. Got a little space. There he goes. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
The Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll send the back in motion. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. And the Mustangs will line up to punt it away.
Number 89 on to punt it away.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll start this drive firing. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's pass. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
On 3rd down, going up top. Complete downfield. At midfield, he's got room. Turning it on. Inside the... And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon!
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And he tacks on the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. TCU is ahead right now, but it's not like they have LaDainian Tomlinson out there. This group needs to keep building on this lead. They're up by 5 over Ohio State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
I tell you, you got to be careful if you're the defense right now because you're behind. I know you want to be aggressive. You might want to start blitzing, getting a lot of guys close to the line of scrimmage, but this offense is going to take opportunities when they have one-on-ones, and they just did right there.
So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Jennings. Under fire. Lofts one high and deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hudson. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And on 4th down, they'll take a knee, but this was just about over. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.